Hello again, people. Newbie here. This is episode number 13, I guess. Wow. And we're making progress. So today I have a couple of other videos that I shot with my cell phone. Jittery, shaky, fast moving, not good videos, but they tell a story. And the story they tell is one of how my layout is evolving. So that's what we're going to do. But before we get to that, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Ron Lawrence, actually high school buddy. That's a long time ago. But Ron Lawrence is the one that does the music for this series, and he just does a great job, and I really appreciate him allowing me to use music that he has that he's produced. Some of it for other purposes, but this is it's really good music. I really appreciate it, and this is not the first video series YouTube channel that I've done. I have another YouTube channel called Window Read, and it's basically for authors and storytellers, which, okay, I'm a storyteller, what can I say? But anyway, so Ron also did the music for my Window Read YouTube channel, and I can't say enough about the quality of music that Ron produces. It's really good stuff. And so speaking of that, another thing, tooting my own horn here just a little bit, I'm also an author. I've written 3 mystery novels. If you're into reading, I write to entertain people. So my books are available on Amazon. It's my R.I.P. series, R.I.P. Sheriff Will, R.I.P. Sergeant Hardin, and R.I.P. Chief Taylor. Not in that order, Chief Taylor before Sergeant Hardin, and it is a series, and they build on each other. If you're interested in reading, they're available on Amazon. And I also do audiobooks. I've done over 40 audiobooks, narrations for other people. So yes, I try to keep busy. But anyway, back to what's going on here today. These videos are about what has really struck me as the town area is just too flat. It doesn't set well. So without further ado, here's a couple of videos that I shot to try to address that. We got a little switch engine pulling a couple coal cars around, come out of that mountain tunnel here right about now. Running a little train just to be running a train. That's what it's all about, right? But what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about, we're kind of back into the planning stages. In particular, the planning stages of what's going to go on in this area here and even over here into the downtown area. And what I'm specifically thinking about is elevations. You know, this is a mountainous terrain. That's the idea. You see, I got the mountain up there, and we got the mountains in the backdrop, and so we're looking at probably not a lot of really level ground if we're being true to form. Now, I've got nothing against people who go really into realism. That's fine. And I am in awe at some of the specific details that some people put into their layouts and make it completely prototypical and you know, even right down to the the wiring and the nuts and bolts of real life. But that's not me. I'm more just into having fun with the layout and just trying to accomplish something that has a reasonable proximity of real life, but is nowhere near that detailed. But anyway, having said all of that, I still think that we should do something that makes this look more like a mountainous environment as opposed to just having a flat surface for the city streets and all that. So, not sure exactly how I'm going to go, but I'm going to slope, as I think I've said before. This area here is going to slope down, and I initially thought it would end right about where that little apartment building sits there. But I'm thinking now that it might come on down even farther, that I might even bring the slope down as far as maybe the power plant there. I don't know. We'll see how it all works out. But then, and the other side, that elevation of that power plant may be significantly higher than what it is now. Maybe about halfway up to the height of that track behind it. I don't know. But that would give us more of a rolling atmosphere, and I think it might be fun to do. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about now, and start building up some foam. And of course, I have to complete the foaming of the mountainous terrain there anyway. I actually got about 3 more layers of foam glued in, and so where that house is, or that little restaurant is sitting right there, you see that's its final resting place, so to speak. And you see, and my plan is I'm going to have the road come around in front of the building. The building will probably sit back a little more, and maybe a little more to the left or to the east there. And then my plan is to have a little parking lot around where that car is sitting. Well, we're making a little progress, I think. I've definitely made some changes. If you look at this area here now, you see the elevations have changed drastically. I've actually moved the train depot to the other side of the tracks, of the train station, and you see the track's going to be going through a cut, and that my thoughts right now are that we'll have the bus station on this side of the train station, and then maybe parking lot on the other side, and then the road is going to run parallel, actually, but maybe between the tracks. I don't know. And but then over here, I've decided, this is a mountainous region, so the idea of having so much flat area just began to set on me and just didn't make sense. So I've decided now that I'm going to use the mountainous terrain to add some more interest to the layout. And so this area here is actually going to be almost as high, if not as high as that the grade area, which I thought was going to be up basically on a hillside going up into the mountain, but now I've decided to bring the mountain down to the town, which means that this area right through here will be a rather significant cut. And you see, I've played a little bit with some sloping here. This particular turnout right here is going to go into a small industrial area there. I had originally planned for it to go to the power plant for coal delivery, but as I'm thinking about it now, the power plant I think is going to be up higher, and I would not be able to get that track up to the level that the power plant's going to be on. So I've nixed that idea. I guess the power plant will have to get coal delivery by truck. Anyway, no big deal. So that's what's going on now, is adding adding some rather significant slope. Now, one of the things that I've thought about is if I'm going to add lighting to buildings and things like that, I've got a lot of foam to drill down through to get to the base of the layout now, but we'll just use long drill bits or something. So that's really about all that's different. The town layout I've still been playing with. It's going to change. It has changed drastically. I picked up this little Shell gas station off of eBay for $5. I thought that was a pretty good buy, and so because of that, I thought, okay, I have another gas station, but it's in construction form right now, and I haven't finished building it. But I thought that little Shell station would add to the layout, especially in the more modern area of the layout, in the area of where the little drive-in is going to be, and the Denny's, and so I'll work that in somewhere. But I'm thinking about this middle area here to be elevated a little bit higher than this area here. The thought being that maybe this will be an old town area that was basically tied to the railroad track, and then in the modern era it evolved into this area here, whereas the more modern buildings are up on a higher elevation than the old town area. We'll see, but and you see, I've been doing some more work down there in the engine house area. I still haven't got that track laid. I'm still working with what the final design of this is going to be. I want to have a program track here, and because of that, I want to have a track as pretty much as long as possible, and so that's why I've split this. This is basically what I'm thinking is going to be the program track, and it's going to run all the way over to the side of the engine house there, and then have the coaling station over on the side. And I've moved the Railway Express building over here, so it'll be against one of these sidings. So I don't know, but yeah, that's what's going on right now. It's really a mess, and you see I had to tear out some trackage there because I was working on this mountainous area right here and figuring out what I'm going to do with all that. And so we've got some track to reinstall, but that's part of the plan. I mean, when you plan something, you have to roll with the changes. Okay, as you see, things are coming together. It's starting to work out. I'm really excited about how it's doing. So anyway, I really appreciate the comments that we're getting. Let me know what you think. I'm really interested. I appreciate all the subscriptions, all you people that have subscribed to my channel. I'm elated. It's really being fun. I'm really having fun doing this, and I hope you're enjoying it too. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. And I think you can do it by hitting that little red button down here in the corner. And I really appreciate that. And let me know what you think. So let's see what's going to happen.